Hello everyone, I'm Prakash Khatri. I'm the student of Ravensbourne University and welcome to my reflection video on the principle of project management module. I'm really glad to share this journey with you because this module has not only given me theoretical knowledge but also transferred the way I approach planning, leadership and teamwork in real world projects. Over the last few weeks, I have had the opportunity to apply project management tools, reflect on my strengths and weaknesses, and understand how theory translates into practice. In this video, I'll walk through what I have learned, the challenges I faced, how I tackled them, and how this module has changed my perspective on project management as a whole. Starting from the basic, one of the first things that struck me was just how structured and methodical project management is when done right. I used to think project managers simply kept things organized, but through this module, I have come to understand that effective project management is multi-layered discipline that blend leadership, risks management, stakeholder communication, and quality control. Each week built upon the last. In week first, we explore the definition of project and what make it different from operation. That understanding formed the foundation for everything that followed. By week second and third, we were deep into project initiation and scope planning, two areas I had little prior exposure to. I learned how crucial it is to define a clear, agreed upon scope early, to avoid scope creep and misaligned stakeholder expectation. On the week 4, scheduling was a personal highlight. Learning how to break down activities using work breakdown structure and then map them onto a Gantt chart really opened my eyes. It helped me visualize how small, coordinated tasks contribute to the big picture. As we moved into risk management in week 5, I began to appreciate how planning for uncertainty can be important as planning for progress. I used to underestimate the value of risk register, but now I see them as essential tools that protect the project from costly surprise. In week 6 and beyond, we explored stakeholder management, communication plans, cost estimation, and quality assurance. Each of these tools, from the RSI matrix to on value analysis, demonstrated that managing a project is not just about doing the work but about orchestrating multiple moving parts with precision and clarity. Of course, this course was not without its difficulties. One of the first major challenges I faced was adapting to the structure framework of project management. Coming from a background where I often relied on improvisation and intuition, I found it hard at first to follow formal tools like Gantt chart or stakeholder analysis matrices. It felt rigid, almost unnatural. Another challenge was learning to manage scope and priority tasks within a team setting. In our group project, there were moments of overlap, confusion, and even disagreement on who should be responsible for what. It became clear to me how easy it is for a project to derail if clear responsibilities and communication aren't established from the start. Time management was also a recurring challenge. Balancing weekly reading lectures and team meeting with my other coursework was demanding. There were instances where tasks overlapped or last minute edit had to be made. That pressure tested my ability to remain composed and delegate effectively when needed. Finally, working with diverse team members with different expectations and skill set reminded me that technical knowledge alone is not enough. Emotional intelligence, listening skills, and diplomacy play a huge role in keeping a project and the team on track. To overcome these challenges, I had to adjust both my mindset and my approach. First and the foremost, I committed to engaging more deeply with the course material and resources on Canvas rather than just skimming the weekly reading. I began to take structured notes, linking each tool or theory to real world examples. For our team project, I introduced more formal planning early on. We began using a shared document to record progress, deadline, and role allocation. This eventually evolved into a working Gantt chart which helped us visualize our progress and dependencies more clearly. I also learned to embrace the value of communication tools. Our group began using short weekly check-in and WhatsApp reminders, which significantly reduced miscommunication. We followed a version of RSI metrics to avoid duplicated effort and ensure accountability. Another important strategy was asking for feedback early. Instead of waiting until the portfolio deadline, I shared draft section with peers and asked for constructive comment. Their feedback helped improve the clarity and depth of my analysis. Time blocking my calendar also became essential. Allocating specific hours per project work helped me avoid burnout and juggle competing priorities more effectively. By the end of this module, my view of project management has evolved significantly. I now understand that project success is not accidental, it's designed. It requires planning, proactive risk analysis, disciplined execution, and above all, the teamwork. One of the key insights I gained is the flexibility and structure are not opposite. They are complementary. The project plan offers structure, but a great project manager knows when and how to adapt. For instance, when our original marketing plan did not gain enough transaction traction, we pivoted by introducing student-led over outreach and social media, which worked better. I also realized that leadership in a project is not always about giving orders. It's often about empowering others, facilitating collaboration, and aligning everyone toward a common goal. This insight was reinforced when our group faced a conflict over presentation responsibilities. Rather than escalating the issue, I facilitated a discussion where everyone voiced their concern and we redistributed tasks based on the strength and availability of the group. That moment taught me the value of servant leadership. Lastly, I have learned that documenting process and lesson learned is not just academic, it's practical. Recording what worked, what did not, and why always for continuous improvement in future project. This module has not only taught me about project management, it has also helped me grow personally and professionally. I have become more organized, more aware of my communication habits, and more confident in my ability to manage both time and people. Working on the final portfolio project required me to manage ambiguity, meet tight deadlines, and lead under pressure. These are skills that will serve me in my workplace setting regardless of industry. One unexpected outcome was the increase in my confidence to lead. Prior to this, I often hesitated to take charge in group setting, worried I might overstep. But this module taught me that leadership is about service and clarity, not authority. Now I feel more ready to lead group work, initiate meeting, and delegate tasks based on fairness and skills. Professionally, I have also realized how applicable these tools are real world setting. Whether it's launching a new marketing campaign or managing community initiative, that framework and mindset I have developed here will be invaluable. In conclusion, the principle of project management module has been one of the most transformable learning experience of my academic journey. So far, I have come to see project management not as a technical task but as a strategic discipline that brings ideas to life through planning, collaboration, and reflection. Going forward, I aim to continue developing these skills by taking one more leadership roles in university and internship project. It also plan I also plan to apply for industry certification like PRINCE2 and CAMP of formalizing my understanding. Thank you for watching this reflection video. I hope it provided a clear and honest account of learning a journey, and I look forward applying this lesson beyond this classroom. Thank you.